Hello and good morning, my beloved students. Welcome back to my class. As I mentioned yesterday, we are going to continue our review. So today we are going to do some exponent activities. Then most of the session will be about the scientific notation and standard notation. I mean operations and conversions. All right, let's start by the first activity. Evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. So my expression is x to the power of 2. Okay, I want to evaluate it for the value of the variable that is equal to 7. What does this mean? Evaluate means plug the value for this variable in the expression. X is 7, so you replace x with 7. So 7 to the power of 2, that is 49. Now evaluate if b equals to 8. This is my expression. B is a variable. Now I will evaluate it for b equals to 8. The same thing. I plug 8 here. 8 to the power of 3 is 8 times 8 times 8, okay, which is 64 times 8, that is 512. You can check this by yourself. Very good. Now let's go to this expression. We need to simplify this. 3 to the power of 3 plus 0.5 times 14 minus 10. What should we start by the first? Remember, we start by the brackets and exponents. So you can start here or here. I prefer to start here. So go inside the brackets. 14 minus 10, that is 4. Okay. Multiply it by 0.5, that is 2. This side is 2. Now 3 to the power of 3 is 27. 27 plus 2 is 29. So this simplifies to 29. So remember, never start by plus. You should start by brackets and power, multiplication. You finish up with plus and minus. Good. Now, which of the following is the greatest? I have here 4 numbers written in scientific notation. I need to compare these numbers. First thing, you go and check the greatest power of 10. Which one is the greatest power of 10? It is this one. 5 times 10 to the power of 9. Okay, whatever these numbers are, don't look at them. Just look first at the power of 10. Since this is the greatest power of 10, so C is the greatest number. Okay, which one is the smallest number? Of course, it is this one. Why? Because the power is 3. Now, suppose you have two numbers and their powers of 10 are equal. For example, I have 5 times 10 to the power of 9 and 7 times 10 to the power of 9. Suppose this is 9, not 4. So how can you compare them? If you have the same power in 10, the next step you need to compare these two numbers here. So if this is 10 to the power of 9, this is 10 to the power of 9, then this one is the biggest and this one is the smallest. Okay? Now, 8 times 8 times 8 is equal to 3 to the power of 8. Is this true or false? Of course, guys, come on, this is false. This is equal to 8 to the power of 3, not 3 to the power of 8. So this is B answer. Okay, let's simplify. 42 n to the power of 5 divided by 7 n to the power of 2. Division, so you divide numbers. 42 divided by 7, it is 6. N to the power of 5 divided by n to the power of 2. From the laws of exponents, this is n to the power of 5 minus 2, which is n to the power of 3. So this simplifies to 6n to the power of 3. Okay, write the following in exponential form. 6 times 6, how many times? 6 times, so this is 6 to the power of 6. X multiplied by itself 4 times, then this is x to the power of 4. Here 3 multiplied by itself 9 times, so this is simplified to 3 to the power of 9. And m is multiplied once, so it is m to the power of 1. Okay. Now, what is 10 to the power of 2 to the power of 3? From the laws of exponents, this is equal to 10 to the power of 2 times 3, which is 5. So 10 to the power of 5 means 1, and 2 to the power of 3 is 6. 10 to the power of 6. What does this mean? It means 6 zeros after the 1. 1 followed by 6 zeros. So this is 1 million. Okay. Simplify this expression. A to the power of 4 times B to the power of 2. Okay. Since this is a multiplication, I'm going to distribute my power. So this is going to be A to the power of 4 times 2, which is A to the power of 8, times B to the power of 2. Okay. Now, we need to evaluate this expression. How do we do that? Now, check denominator and denominator. Check those have the same base. Simplify them all together and make your calculation. So this is minus 2 to the power of 9. And this is minus 2 to the power of 5. The same base, that is minus 2. So this simplifies to minus 2 to the power of 9 minus 5, that is 4. So this part here simplifies to minus 2 to the power of 4. Okay, we move to the second. Minus 3 to the power of 7 over minus 3 to the power of 5. So you simplify them to minus 3 to the power of what? 7 minus 5, what is it? It is 2. Again, the same base here. Now you go to this, the same base, 4 and 4, to the power of 3 over 4 to the power of 1. So it is 3 minus 1, which is 2. 4 to the power of 2. Now you multiply minus 2 to the power of 4 times minus 3 to the power of 2 times 4 to the power of 2. Okay, you make your calculations and you're supposed to get this final answer, 2304. Now 5 to the power of 0 is what? Of course it is 1. Any number other than 0 raised to the power of 0 is always 1. Okay? Now evaluate the expression 7 times 8 to the power of 2. Here you have two options. You can say it is equal to 7 squared times 8 squared. Okay, it gives you the same result. Also, you can say it is 7 times 8, all, then you raise it to the power of 2. And you will have the same answer. Check both and see. Okay, square root of 7 to the power of 2 minus 3 to the power of 2. How can we simplify this expression? You remember that we said that square root cancels out with the square. So this one simplifies to 7. This is 3 to the power of 2, that is 9. So it is 7 minus 9, which is minus 2. So A is the right answer. Okay. Now what about this one? 10 to the power of 2 divided by 10 to the power of minus 3. We have quotient of powers, the same base, so we subtract the powers. So this simplifies to 10 to the power of 2 minus 3, minus 3, which is 2 plus 3, which is 5. So it is 10 to the power of 5. What does 10 to the power of 5 mean? It means 1 followed by 5 zeros, which is C. Okay. A square has a side S that is 8 to the power of 3 meter long. Okay. The area of the square is S to the power of 2. What is the area of my square? What am I going to do? My S is 8 to the power of 3. I'm going to plug 8 to the power of 3 here instead of S to find the area. So area is 8 to the power of 3 all to the power of 2. Okay, which is what? 8 to the power of 2 times 3, that is 8 to the power of 6. Now you calculate this, and this is 262,144 meters squared. Meters squared, be careful, because we are dealing with area, and the area is always has the unit squared. So if this unit is meter, then this is meter squared. If this is inches, then this is inch squared, and so on. Okay, now evaluate this expression. 2 plus 4 times 2 to the power of 2. So we go inside the brackets first. We start by multiplication. Be careful, you don't add. You start by multiplication. 4 times 2 is 8. Now you add 8 with 2. That is 10. Now 10 to the power of 2 is 100. 7 to the power of 3 plus 10 minus 3 to the power of 2. Okay. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Okay, now 10 minus 9 gives you 1. 7 to the power of 3 plus 1, this is 343, plus 1 gives you 344. Okay, very good. Now let's go to third one. We need to simplify this expression. 2 times c to the power of 2 times d times e to the power of 3, all to the power of 2. So since these are all multiplied, I'm going to distribute my power for each one of them. So it will be 2 to the power of 2, that is 4. C to the power of 2 to the power of 2, that is c to the power of 2 times 2, that is 4. So c to the power of 4. D to the power of 2. And e to the power of 3 times 2, that is 6. So e to the power of 6. So this expression simplifies to 4 times c to the power of 4, d to the power of 2, e to the power of 6. Good. Now, simplify this expression. Okay. You can consider this as the same base, this one. So you have m plus n to the power of 3, and here multiplied by m plus n. Suppose this m plus n is raised to the power of 1. So this is the same base. So it is m plus n to the power of 3 plus 1 here, which is 4. M plus n to the power of 4. Be careful, you do not distribute the power because this is plus, not multiplication, not division. Very good. Now 10 to the power of 6 divided by 10 to the power of 4. Of course, the same base, and this is division, so you subtract the power. So it is 10 to the power of 6 minus 4, that is 2. So 10 to the power of 2. All right. Now write in scientific notation 40,000. How to write it in scientific notation? Okay, I'm going to move my decimal point to this position here. So I'll be moving it 4 places. So this is 4 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, which of these is expressed in scientific notation? I'll look at these numbers. They are all multiplied by 10. Okay, but these numbers, we said that these numbers here should be between 1 and 10. This is not between 1 and 10. This is not between 1 and 10, of course. This is also, this one, 4.1257 is between 1 and 10, so this is the correct one. Okay, convert 0.00088 to scientific notation. Since my number is less than 1, so I expect that my power will be negative. The power of 10 will be negative. So I'm going to move my decimal point to this position. So I will be saying it is 8.8 times 10 to the power of how many places? 4 places. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is minus 4. 8.8 times 10 to the power of minus 4. This is wrong. Why? Because this means my decimal point is moved to the left, which is wrong. Okay, these are wrong as well because this number is less than 1. This number is less than 1 as well. It should be between 1 and 10. Okay, find the product of 3.2 times 10 to the power of 7 times 4.3 times 10 to the power of 2. Okay, so first you multiply the numbers. 3.2 times 4.3. Okay, it gives you 13.76. 10 to the power of 7 multiplied by 10 to the power of 2. 7 plus 2 gives you 9. But be careful. The question says write the answer in scientific notation. Here the number 13.76 is greater than 10. So we need to convert this number first. So A is false. How can I write this number in scientific notation? So I'm going to divide this number by 10 and multiply it by 10. So it will be 1.376 times 10 to the power of 1. Now 10 to the power of 1 multiplied by 10 to the power of 9 gives me 10 to the power of 10. And this is the right answer, which is B. Okay, this is right answer, but it is not written in scientific notation. This is right answer and written in scientific notation. So be careful about the question. The population of the United States is approximately 317 million. Write 317 million in scientific notation. I think we have already seen this question before. So 317 million means 317 followed by 6 zeros. So in order to write it in scientific notation, I will move my decimal point 6 zeros, then 2 places as well. So 6 plus 2 places, this is 8 places. So this number is 3.17 times 10 to the power of 8. 6 of zeros and 2 for the 17 to make this number between 1 and 10, of course. So A is the right answer. Okay, which type of numbers does scientific notation best describe? So we said that scientific notation describes very small and very large numbers. So C is the right answer. So it describes very small numbers when the power of 10 is negative, and it expresses very large numbers when the power of 10 is positive. Okay? Now, when comparing numbers written in scientific notation, first we compare what? The exponents of 10. If they are the same, you should then look at the coefficients. Okay? Now, work out and give your answer in scientific notation. This is my multiplication. 5.4 times 10 to the power of 4 times 7 times 10 to the power of minus 2. So these two numbers are written in scientific notation and I need to multiply them. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the coefficients together, meaning these numbers, 7 times 5.4, and multiply tens together, 10 to the power of 4 times 10 to the power of minus 2. That's what we did. The same thing for division as well. So you multiply this number, it gives you 37.8. And this 10 to the power of 4 minus 2, which is 2. So this multiplication is equal to 37.8 times 10 to the power of 2. Am I done? No, because the question asks to give the answer in scientific notation. Now, my coefficient here is greater than 10. I need to make it between 1 and 10. So this number, 37.8, is 3.78 times 10 to the power of 1. Okay? Now, this number, of course, it was already multiplied by 10 to the power of 2. Okay, now I multiply these two tens, 10 to the power of 1 times 10 to the power of 2. So this is 10 to the power of 3. So my final answer is 3.78 times 10 to the power of 3 in scientific notation. Okay, let's look at this. Last month, my friend bought a computer. If it can perform 4.66 times 10 to the power of 8 calculations per second, what is the performance of the computer in 1 minute? So this is the number of calculations that computer makes only in 1 second. I need to find how many calculations in 1 minute. Look at this number. What do you see here? 10 to the power of 8. This is a huge number. This tells you how powerful your computer is. So it makes this many calculations in one only second. So how can I find how many calculations in minutes? Of course, the minute contains 60 seconds. So the number of calculations per second multiplied by 60 seconds, that gives me the number of calculations in 1 minute. So I will take this number for 1 second multiplied by 60 seconds. Okay. Okay, so this number is equal to 27.96 times 10 to the power of 9. You can simplify it either by multiplying directly 60 by 4.66. Okay, or the thing I did, I write 60 in scientific notation, which is 6 times 10 to the power of 1. So 6 times 466 is 27.96. 10 to the power of 1 times 10 to the power of 8 is 10 to the power of 9. That's my way, okay? Now, look at this number. It's not written in scientific notation. I need to convert it. Why? Because this number is greater than 10. Now, what is 27.96? It is 2.796 times 10 to the power of 1. Okay? Multiplied by 10 to the power of 9. So again, I'm going to multiply the tens together. So This number is 2.796 times 10 to the power of 9 plus 1, that is 10. So my computer or my friend's computer can make 2.796 times 10 to the power of 10 calculations per minute. Finally, scientists discovered that the size of an Antarctic Ocean is this huge number. Okay, I'm too lazy to read it all. Kilometers squared. So this is the surface or the area of the ocean, Antarctic Ocean. Now, we know that the Arctic Ocean is 3/4 of the Antarctic Ocean. I need to know the size of the Arctic Ocean. Okay, how can I find it? So I'm going to multiply this area by 3/4. Means I'm going to find the 3/4 of this area. Okay. Now, what I did, there are many ways to solve this question. So first I'm taking this number and convert it to scientific notation. It's easier for me. So this number is equal to 2.033 times 10 to the power of 7. I moved my decimal point 7 places until here between 2 and 0. So I'll raise 10 to the power of 7. Now, I will take this number multiplied by 3/4. Okay, so I will keep 10 to the power of 7 and I will multiply 2.033 by 3 and divide it by 4, which is 1.52475. So the final answer is 1.52475 times 10 to the power of 7 kilometers squared. So the Arctic Ocean has this area. Alright guys, thank you so much for following my session for today. Okay, as usual, in a question, you go to Google Classroom and also don't forget to solve your homeworks there because they are going to be graded. Prepare for your exam. You may have an exam in the next few weeks. Okay, take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.